Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we have a 2024 Volkswagen Jetta. I'm going to explain to you how to use all these buttons, knobs, dials, and what they're used for. So please continue watching and I'll walk through them for you. Okay, we'll start on this side right here with the easy stuff. Unlock button, lock button, pretty self-explanatory. Down here we have the window lock, so when this is engaged that's going to illuminate, and you as the driver can still roll down or up the windows, but no one else can. So that switch won't work, and none of the back switches will work either when this light is illuminated. To turn it off, press it again and that light will not be illuminated. All of these windows are manual and automatic as well. For manual, you just push down a little bit and it'll stop when you stop pushing down or when you stop pushing up. But if you want it to go automatic, you go up and then up again. So down, down again, and it automatically goes down. And that works with all of the windows. This right here controls the side view mirrors. If you want to move them around, just point that arrow to the left or the right one and then use this as a joystick to move the mirror how you would like it. Over here we have the fuel tank, and you just pull up to pop the fuel tank lid. Right here it'll say preparing full tank. Full tank is ready, please refuel. And the fuel tank is going to be on the right hand side of the car, passenger side of the car. And this is the trunk button. Just press it up and your trunk will pop open. Okay, over here we have the dial that controls the headlights. If you want the headlights off, turn it to the off position. If you want them on auto, you can turn them on to the auto position and that'll automatically turn the headlights on or off depending on the time of day and how dark it is. If you just want the interior lights on, you can put it to that setting, and if you want the headlights on at all times, you can put it on that setting. I usually just leave it on the auto. Down here we have the hood release. The door is going to have to be open for you to pop this, and then you just pop it open like that. On the side of the steering wheel, the driver's side of the steering wheel, this is your adjuster. Push it down and now you can adjust, push your steering wheel in or out, up or down to your liking, and leave it that way. And then when you're done, push this back up to lock it in place. Okay, down here on the driver's seat we have the seat adjuster, forward, back. This reclines or inclines the seat, and then this will make your lumbar, so it'll change the lumbar right here depending on if you want it. So there it's going up, so this gives you more lumbar support, this gives you less lumbar support. So these buttons, if you have some over here, this is for parking. This vehicle doesn't have those buttons, so I cannot explain them to you. Right here we have the parking brake. If you want this set, you just push up. If you want to disengage it, you have to press the brake pedal and push down on it. And once the light disilluminates, that's how you know that the parking brake is off. So remember, to engage it, you don't have to press the brake pedal, but to disengage it, you do have to press the brake pedal. This right here is your start engine stop. We'll turn it off, turn it on. You do have to have your foot on the brake pedal. If your foot's not on the brake pedal, it's not going to do anything. This right here is the start-stop system. So the start-stop system automatically switches the engine off shortly before and when the vehicle comes to a halt and when it's stationary. So that's kind of going to save you a little bit of gas. And if you don't like it, If you don't like when you go to a stop sign and it stops, or a stoplight and it turns the engine off, you can press this. If it's illuminated, start stop system is deactivated. If it is not illuminated, it means it is activated. This button right here is the eco mode. If you have this button, there's also another button that you may have. It is this button right here. And if you do have that button, you're gonna have more modes, more driving modes. This car doesn't have that button. So this right here is the eco mode. You either have normal driving mode or eco mode. So every time you touch this button, it says eco driving mode. So that means eco driving mode is on. If you touch it again, normal driving mode. In other vehicles, you also have comfort mode and sport mode. And then there's also a custom mode that you can kind of change the settings to. But with this vehicle, just eco and regular. Eco mode is gonna switch the vehicle to fuel efficient operation and supports the driver with an fuel saving driving style. The transmission automatically shifts to E in the eco driving mode. So we got all of these. This right here is your 12 volt port. Just pop it out and you can put your charger or cigarette lighter or whatever you want in there to charge your phones or listen to Bluetooth. Right here we have 2 USB ports. So if we go down here, we have that USB port as well under the armrest, the center console. Now we got the climate control. Okay, so this controls the heated seats. 3 lights means full blast, medium, low, off. Driver side, passenger side. If this is illuminated, that means the climate control is off. If we want to turn it on, we can just turn this on. And if we want to turn it off, just keep going to the left, on, off. Or we can just press the off button. It also doubles up as the on button. Okay, so we're going to turn it on. And we're going to put it on auto. So when it's on auto, it's just going to go off of these temperatures right here. So we're going to put it up to 73 degrees. Also, if you want this to sync with that one, you're going to press the sync button. So now when I change it, these both change. If I want to do the dual climate control, turn the sync button off, and this one is manual and this one is manual. This turns the AC on and off. This turns on the max AC. This is the rear vent. This is the rear defroster. This is the front defroster. When they are illuminated, that means they are on. Cool thing about this car is if I want to do this mode but also do this mode, I can press it and it'll do both modes at the same time. I can press this as well, all 3 modes. Air recirculation button, if you press it, it's recirculating the air in the cabin. If you turn it off, it's going to get all of the air from the outside of the vehicle. Menu right here, if we press it, you're going to look at this screen and you can control stuff on the screen rather than right here. So if for some strange reason you enjoy using the touch screen, you can do it that way as well and turn the heat up by pressing on the right side, heat down by pressing on this left side, sync, all of that stuff as well. So that's how you work the climate control. I'm going to turn it off now and go to the hazard light. Very easy. Press it, you're going to hear the click, click, click. That means it's on. Press it again and it's going to turn off. Easy peasy. Okay, now we're going to go up here and I'm going to show you these buttons. These buttons just control the lights. So if you press this, it's going to turn on that light, turn it off. That one's going to turn that light on. If this is on, when you open the door, lights are going to come on. If we turn it off, though, when you open the door, the lights will not come on. So a lot of people like to keep it on. We're going to keep it on this instance. This button right here turns the rear light on, off. So we got those. We're going to go over to the SOS light now, and the roadside assistance call, and the information call button. So the information call, if you press it,
the connection is being established. To cancel the call, click.
That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a call that can be made to the Volkswagen Car-Net call center. So if you have questions, you can press that. It's going to call them and you can talk to them. If you break down, that's when you want to use the wrench button right here. And when you press that, it's going to be the roadside assistance call button. So it's going to contact a Volkswagen dealer or service facility, and you can talk to them, and they can probably send a tow truck out to get you. And the third SOS button is the emergency call service. You're going to get assistance as quickly as possible when you call or use that button. That's going to be something you want to use if you're in a car crash or someone's having a heart attack or a health concern. So hopefully you never have to use any of those, but that's what those are used for. This is the left combination switch. If you push it in like this, that's going to do your brights. If you pull it in like this, that's going to do your brights and your regular lights, but you have to hold it. Or if you push it in and you have brights going, if you want to cancel the brights and return to regular headlights, you're just going to tap it like that. This button right here, if you press it, so we're going to press it, and it goes assist systems. So you're going to use this right here, and you can cycle through and turn on or off blind spot monitor, rear traffic alert, front assist, and then exit out of the assist systems. So that's the assist button, and that is that side. And then obviously you have the blinker right, blinker left, all that stuff. On the other side, you have the wiper switch. So if you want to turn your wipers on, you just put it up, and then the higher up you go, the faster it's going to wipe. If you want to spray water, your windshield wiper fluid onto the windshield, you hold it in like this, and you just keep holding it in, and it'll continually spray. And then this right here is the intermission. So if it's to the right, like right here, that means it's going to be raining harder and you want to wipe it to wipe quicker or faster. And if it's over there to the left, that means it's raining less and you don't want wipers to move as fast. For example, if it's like this, they're going to pause between wipes for a lot longer than if it's like this. It's not going to pause as long. Okay, now we got this left steering wheel controls. This is your volume for the radio, and then all of these right here are for the cruise control. This button right here, if you press it, look down, that changes the distance behind a car that you'll be following. So you can, if it's just like this with one bar, that means you'll be following a lot closer. If it's 4 bars, you'll be following a lot further back from the vehicle that's in front of you. So that's what that button does. This right here, the plus and minus, if you're in cruise control, you can add speed with plus, take away speed with the minus. Cruise control, if you press set, that sets the speed. Resume, RES, if you're driving and you press the brake or gas or whatever, if you want to resume to the speed that was previously set, you press the resume button. This right here turns on or off cruise control. So when I press it, that turns it off. Press it again, deactivate it, activate it, but you have to set it or resume it once you press that button. And then this right here is the travel assist. You can either set travel assist or automatic cruise control. So that's how you cycle between the two. Travel assist automatically regulates the speed and steers the vehicle. There are some limitations within the system, but it can also bring the vehicle to a halt behind a stopping vehicle and drive on again. So travel assist is pretty much automated travel, more or less, but not fully automated. So the other one is ACC, or adaptive cruise control. And what that does is it'll maintain your selected speed. So when the vehicle approaches a vehicle ahead of you, the ACC adjusts the speed automatically and maintains your set distance to the vehicle driving ahead. So it's pretty similar to just regular cruise control, except you're going to be using the feature where if you get close to the vehicle, it's going to slow down. Okay, this right here is going to be the steering wheel controls on the right hand side that control this radio, and then also the speedometer, instrument cluster, info center, whatever you want to call it. So these two, we're going to change tracks for the radio. This right here, if you press view, you're going to view that screen or different screen. So it's just going to change the view for this center screen. These right here are going to cycle through your options. So if we press down, you can cycle through all of these sub menus. So you can go to settings, you press OK, and then you can click on or off whatever is going to show in these settings. So you can do display, you can turn off the display, you can put driving data as what's on this screen, economy, average economy, distance, time, speed, average speed. All of these things you can make it so it's on this screen. So for example, let's go to average economy. So right now that's what it's showing, distance, time. So these buttons are the secondary displays. If there is a secondary display for this, you can press those buttons and that gives you that secondary display. This button right here, the face with the voice, that is the voice control button. With this voice control, you can just have certain functions carried out by the voice command. So if you press it and your phone's connected, it's going to launch Siri or whatever Android does, and you can use it that way. So you can either use this button or this one right here. They work the same. And then this button right here just toggles the tune. If you press it in, it's just gonna scan, and then you cancel scan that way. This is the volume, master volume button, and then to turn the radio off, you just press that button. So now the last thing we're gonna do is go to settings. We're gonna look at this. So this is where you change all the settings. You can go to screen, change the brightness, all of that stuff. Back button, time and date, you can change that. Daylight savings time, the date and time. Language, if you want to change, right now it has Spanish and French available, as well as English. Additional keyboards, Spanish, French, change those as well. Units, you know, if you want to change to kilometers or Celsius, you can do that as well. Configuration wizard, that's what you want to do in an initial setup. So if you get a car that's used or a brand new one, you probably want to run this, and that'll sync things that you want to the car, and you won't have to do it individually. CarNet services, you can put your primary information in there. Bluetooth, when you first get the vehicle, this gives you the option to pair your phone. And in order to pair the phone, you have to have the vehicle in park. So it can't be in drive. Just remember that. You'll get an error message if you try to pair it in drive. Factory settings, you can reset all settings and data for all of these categories if you want to revert to the factory settings. System information, that's where you see what information software you have and where you update as well. And then copyright, you probably don't really care to look at copyright. And then if we go to vehicle, we can go to vehicle settings right there. and you can activate or deactivate the stability control system. You can go tires, speed alert. If you have winter tires, you can set that so you get an alert if you're going over a certain speed. Your lights, just change all of these lights and settings right there. Assistance systems, you can change lane assist, blind spot monitor, front assist, and adaptive cruise control. So this is mainly just settings and tweaks you can do to the actual vehicle itself. So mirrors wiping, opening and closing the car, instrument cluster, time and date, units, service, and factory settings. Service will tell you when you need to have your vehicle serviced. This could be oil change or just a yearly or bi-yearly inspection. So hopefully all that helped, and if you guys have any questions, let me know, and have fun with your vehicle.